Oh well, why don't you break down the main event for us? Munoz versus Gegard Mousasi. What's your take on the fight, and what's at stake here for each fighter as well?
It's a huge fight for the weight division because the winner stays relevant in title contention. Mousasi is fairly unknown to UFC fans. I would say they've not seen a great deal of him. Whereas obviously Mark Munoz has been around for a while and he's got some wins over notable guys that people recognise. So I think for Mousasi this could be very much a coming out party. I think he would be frustrated about his fight against Machida, and this is a good opportunity for him to really show his full skill set. He's a great striker. He's got long limbs. He's a good counter striker, and he's very slick off his back as well. So for me, Mousasi is dangerous at the extremities of the fight, whereas Mark Munoz, his core is wrestling, so he wants to fight in that middle range where he can either keep him tied up in dirty box or keep him against the fence or on the floor and work his ground and pound. Mark's ground and pound is unreal. He's the power he can get in his punches, just his body shots, and he doesn't even need to turn his hips to get that power. He's got a natural ability to generate power with short hooking punches. My concern is that obviously on the feet, he's got to get close to land those punches, and that's where Mousasi is going to be good. So I know it's kind of cliche, but it's really who can get their game plan working. If Mousasi can keep him on the outside and keep him on the end of a jab, he can pick him apart. Whereas if Mousasi can close that distance, then Gegard's got to start looking at submissions because he doesn't want to be in that clinch with Munoz. He'll get thrown around, I think.
Do you want to give us a prediction, or are you allowed to give us a prediction?
I don't think I'm allowed to give a prediction. To be honest, I don't really mind who wins. I think I'm very much of the opinion that now it's win or lose, it's a part of your journey as a fighter. And although I'd like to give predictions, I don't want to seem like I'm leaning towards one guy or the other, because I don't really care who wins. I want everybody to be healthy and to have good performances, and that's really my main concern.
Is there a fight on the card that you think might be flying under the radar, or maybe fans might not be paying too much attention to that they should?
Yeah, there are a couple. The first one on the card, we've got Victor Pesta against Ruslan Magomedov. That is going to be a great fight. And I didn't know either of the guys before I started researching them for this fight. Magomedov's Muay Thai is outstanding, particularly for a heavyweight, because you don't get guys that move as well as he does at heavyweight. And you look at him on the pads, and he looks like he's a middleweight Muay Thai champion. He moves really well. He's got some good wins over Andrei Arlovsky and people like that. So I think he has a lot of potential in the division just because of his technical ability on the feet. Whereas Victor Pesta's a beast. He's a monster of an athlete, and his thing is really to put the guy on the back, and he wants crucifix and to drop some elbows, and he does it consistently over big, strong heavyweights. And I think that's a very interesting. It's almost like a style versus style fight. You've got Muay Thai versus wrestling and ground and pound, and that's appeals to the old school UFC fan. And then the other one to watch is the Andy Ugal fight. That those two guys are just going to go at it. Neither of them are slow starters. And
there's a lot at stake there, isn't there?
Yeah,
both of them, 1 and 3 in the UFC. Yeah.
There is, and I know they'll both be taking it very seriously. Neither of them want to be leaving the UFC, so that's going to be a wild one. It's going to be a great performance in that fight. I'm not sure who's going to do it, but yeah, looking forward to that one.